Hello everyone, today I'll be sharing Tangzhong wholemeal bread loaves recipe. Next I'll be showing everyone what are the ingredients needed. For the Tangzhong, please refer to my previous Tangzhong bread recipe on how to mix and cook the Tangzhong. Okay, next the ingredients needed for today's recipe. Now, today I'll be using the InnoFood KT 7600 stand mixer. It's a 7-liter stand mixer, my favorite. I've been using this for all my videos, and I'll be talking more about it during the process. Okay, this is the ice bowl. I'm going to use the ice bowl to knead the dough so that the dough will not ferment quickly, which will end up, if the dough is hot or warm while kneading, the bread will be overproof and the bread is going to be bad. So I'll be using the ice bowl as usual. Okay, I'm going to I'm going to sieve the bread flour. Bread flour is the same as high protein flour. You can use any bread flour. Sieve directly into the bowl. I'm using the ice bowl as I mentioned earlier. Clear it up. Okay, next will be the wholemeal. Sieve everything into the bowl. The reason why we sieve the flour is to remove any unwanted residue. Okay. Next will be caster sugar. Instant yeast, salt, okay, now I'm going to add the wet ingredient. Just hold on. I'm going to mix the milk into the Tangzhong. Pour everything into the bowl. Okay, I'm going to pour the rest of the milk. I'm using full cream milk to the bowl, and eggs. Okay, kneading next. I'll be using the dough hook. Always start with speed 1 so that the flour will not fly everywhere. Then 2. I will zoom in and show everyone how the dough kneading process happens in the ice bowl. Come back shortly. Speed 2, going to increase to speed 3. Speed 4. This Innofood KT 7600 stand mixer can knead up to 2 kg dough. Low noise and work efficiently. Okay, continue mixing. Smells so good. I love the fragrance of the wholemeal, the smell, the fragrance. Okay, knead until it become. I'll show everybody. Look. Okay, the gluten hasn't been built properly, so I'm going to continue. Speed 3, 4. I'm going to get the butter from the fridge. I'll come back shortly. Okay, I'm back with the butter, unsalted butter. Oh, the new Innofood KT 7600 comes in a few new colors, so you have choices now. They have grey, baby pink and baby blue, plus the one I have here is jade blue. Okay, I'm going to show everyone how it looks like now. See? Okay. Next, I'm going to start adding the butter. I'm going to use bit 4, bit by bit the butter, adding slowly. Once you see the butter has incorporated into the dough, you can add some later on, bit by bit, until all is absorbed into the dough. Okay, I'm going to add more. Okay, I'm going to increase to speed 5. Okay, add more butter. Okay, I'm going to stop it for a while to show everyone how the dough looks like now. It's not done yet. It's not done kneading yet. So I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl. Okay, continue kneading. This is how the dough looks like now. Stronger, the gluten is stronger now. Speed 5. Okay, last bit of butter. I'm going to add everything. That's all. You can add milk powder if you want. It's more for the smell of milk in the bread, but I skip that. So if you want, you can always add 1 tablespoon of milk powder if you prefer strong smells of milk. Once the butter, the last round of butter has incorporated into the dough, we are almost done kneading. So next will be the first proofing. Let's check. If it's ready. Not yet. Continue. Speed 5 for another 5 minutes, then we are done. When I touched the dough earlier, it was not warm, it was cool. So I know that the dough is not fermenting that quickly. It's going to start to ferment well once I remove it from the ice bowl. This bowl is patented by Food. So there is one layer of cooling agent in between of the wall of this bowl, so it will keep the dough, the batter or whatever you're mixing in the bowl cool, lower down the temperature. So it's very useful for Malaysian weather, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, because of the average temperature is pretty high during the day. I think it's about 32 degrees Celsius now. Oh, it's beautiful the dough. Okay, I'm going to check now. Just hold on. Look at the dough. Okay, let me check for the window pane. Look. Okay, it's about 2 more minutes, then we are done. Say 5. See, the dough is clean. There is no chunky dough at the side of the bowl. So this is the way that you know your dough is ready. It's beautiful. Okay, so for proofing, first proofing, if you don't have the fermentation mode on your oven, you will have to proof the dough on the counter at a warm place for about an hour. If you have the fermentation mode on your oven, you can shorten the proofing time by half. I'm going to show everyone the oven by InnoFood, V88 oven, how it works for the fermentation later. Okay, done. Okay, I'm going to off it. Look at that. Look at the dough. The gluten has built. Okay, it's ready. I'm going to transfer into a clean bowl. You may oil the inner part of the bowl before you transfer. It's up to you. Come back shortly to show everyone how I usually ferment my dough. I'm going to cover with a plastic. You can use cling wrap, whatever, it's up to you. Damp cloth, no problem. This is V88 oven. The model number is V88 from InnoFood. So this is the fermentation mode. I'm going to on it. I'm going to use 35 degrees Celsius. I'm going to proof it for 35 minutes. We'll come back later. Okay. After first proofing, this is how the dough looks like. Double in size. Okay. Now we are going to shape the dough. We'll need 2 bread pan. I'm using 450 gram bread pan. So if you are making one, cut the recipe into half. Okay, Okay, I'm going to punch the dough. Scrape it out. Okay. Flour by hand. I'm going to weigh the total dough and divide into 6, about 150. I'm going to flour my hand a bit. Okay, about 210 first. 210. I'm going to divide and see. We need 6. I believe many of you prefer home baked bread compared to buying outside. Okay. Just nice. About 210 each. Okay. Next, I'm going to make them into round balls. And then I'm going to rest them for 10 minutes before shaping and into the bread pan later. Okay, one done. Turn it over. Bring everything into the center. Okay, make it as round as possible. Okay, pop the bubbles if you see on the surface. Okay. Okay. Pop the bubbles. Okay, next, bring it into the center. Take this away. Okay. Seal the bottom. Next, I'm sweating. It's so hot today. Nope, there is no aircon. in my kitchen. Okay, next. Okay. Okay, seal the bottom. Done. So I'm going to cover. Just hold on. I'm going to cover and rest the dough for about 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes time. Get the rolling pin ready and the bread pan. Okay, now we're going to do the shaping. Why I rested the dough for 10 minutes? The reason is because it's easier for me to roll out. See? As usual, roll it out. Make it into rectangular shape, bring it to the center. And then roll flat on the top. Okay, and then we'll bring in. Okay, roll the end here. Okay, I'm going to seal the end here. Okay, into the pan. One down, 5 and 2, go. I'm going to punch it a bit to remove some of the air bubble trap. Okay, turn it. Roll it. Okay. Seal into the bread pan. Roll it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to shape the rest and come back shortly. Okay, shaping done. I'm going to use the fermentation mode which I showed you earlier during the first proofing. I'm going to proof it for about 35 minutes at 35 degrees Celsius using the fermentation mode. Must remember, I'll see everyone after the second proofing. Okay, second proofing is done. I'm going to remove the dough out from the oven and start preheating I'm going to use the top and bottom heat plus convection, 180 degrees Celsius top and bottom, preheat 10 minutes. Okay, start. I'm going to show everyone. How the dough looks like. Okay. Next, we'll be baking time. I'll come back shortly. Okay, oven is ready. Done with the preheating. Okay. To the oven. Okay, I'm using the same mode, top and bottom heat plus convection, 180 top and bottom. I'm going to bake for 30 minutes. 30. Start. Okay, done. Smells so good. All done. What happened was, halfway through I saw the top turns brown very quickly, so I actually reduced the temperature to 170 degrees Celsius, same mode, so half 180 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes, then continue with another 15 minutes using 170 degrees Celsius. Okay, I'm going to pour the bread out. Smells so good. Hold on. Let me try to stand. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let them cool down slightly before I slice or before I tear and show everyone the texture of the bread of this recipe. You will definitely like it because this is one of my favorite sandwich loaf, or you can call it bread loaves. And show everyone how the crumb looks like. I'm going to zoom it in, just hold on. Okay, let's slice now. Look at that. So soft. Look at this. Slice it. Okay, today's recipe done. I hope everyone will try this recipe. If you like wholemeal smell and taste, you should try this recipe. Tangzhong method is a natural water roux method to soften the bread even after 2 to 3 days. If you are baking 1 loaf, cut the recipe into half. What else I want to say? If you cannot finish 2 loaves at one go, remember to store 1 loaf in the fridge. It will last you for a while, but you need to either steam or toast when you are ready to eat the chilled bread or even frozen bread. Okay, I will see everyone very soon, and happy baking.